I've always wanted to change, to be braver, be better, be less afraid of failing, less stuck in my own patterns. But no one really tells you how to change. They just say things like, try harder, or be more disciplined, or just believe in yourself. So instead of asking people, I started asking something else. I started studying how the body changes. And that's when I realized something strange and comforting. Our bodies aren't just keeping us alive. They're quietly demonstrating every single day how change actually works. Let me share with you what I mean. So let's start with something familiar. Your muscles. If you've ever gone to the gym, or even climbed a flight of stairs while lugging your school backpack full of textbooks, I'm sure you know the feeling. That soreness, that deep, heavy fatigue, where even sitting down feels like work. But here's what's actually happening. When you exercise, your muscles don't get stronger during the workout. In fact, the opposite happens. Your muscle fibers start to tear. Tiny micro tears, small damage you can't see, but I'm sure you can definitely feel. And during that point, your body notices those tears and thinks, oh, the next time this happens, we have to be more prepared. So it repairs those broken fibers bit by bit. But your body doesn't stop there. It doesn't just repair those broken fibers. It rebuilds them stronger than before, allowing your muscles to grow bigger and for you to hit your gym goal. So that soreness you feel next day isn't weakness. It's your body working. So when you exercise, you aren't just lifting weights. By tearing tiny muscle fibers, you're literally breaking yourself on purpose. And your body responds with healing, with rebuilding, and with strength. And here's the part that we often forget. This cycle never ends. Your muscles tear, they heal, they grow stronger, and then they tear again. This shows us how strength and success doesn't come from avoiding damage. It comes from recovering, from getting up after a bad fall again and again. And life works the same way. You will get things wrong. You will make mistakes. You will break in small ways, kind of breaking that nobody sees. Disappointment, self-doubt, embarrassment, failures you don't post about, moments where you feel sore on the inside. But these micro tears that you experience in your own life allow you to learn to weave through these problems with life's needle and thread, just like the cells that sew your muscle tears shut. Your muscles teach you this lesson gently and repeatedly. Strength is built from breaking, carefully, gradually, and consistently. So don't run away from challenges. Don't avoid mistakes, because they're not signs of failure. They're signs your body recognizes, and they mean that growth is underway. Now let's move higher, to the brain. For a long time, people believed that your brain stopped changing after childhood, that who you were mentally and physically was fixed. But we now know that that's completely wrong. Your brain is actually constantly rewiring itself, changing as you grow into a new person each and every single day. This ability is called neuroplasticity. Every thought you repeat, every habit you practice, every behavior you choose again and again, your brain creates a new route, a shorter, easier neural pathway for these new actions, allowing you to change how your brain works and how you live your life. The simplest way to picture it is this. Your brain is like a field of tall grass. The first time you walk across it, nothing changes. It's hard, uncomfortable. You're constantly pushing and shoving grass out of your face, and you feel like that's your limit. You can't do it. But if you walk that same path every single day, if you continue to follow that habit consistently, you'll start to notice how the grass begins to bend and how a smooth trail forms before you. And soon enough, that path becomes the easiest one to take. That's how new habits are formed. That's how better mindsets are built. That is exactly how change feels like in real life. The first time you get out of bed feeling hopeless, nothing changes. The first time you speak up, you still feel scared. The first time you set a boundary, you still feel guilty. But that's because the grass is still thick. The path hasn't cleared yet. But when you choose that tiny action again tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, your brain begins to change. And one day, quietly, without fireworks, you realize, I don't react the way I used to. I don't fall apart the way I used to. I don't speak to myself the way I used to. Neuroplasticity teaches us this, that change doesn't happen because you did something perfectly. It happens because you did something repeatedly. So start small, repeat, stay consistent, because transformations don't happen overnight. They happen through persistence over a long period of time, the exact same way that trails form in grass. Now, let's talk about something that we almost never think about. Your skin. Your skin doesn't grow by stacking layer upon layer forever. It grows by letting go. Every minute, thousands of dead skin cells fall away. Your body doesn't cling to these dead cells. It releases what is no longer alive, no longer useful, so something new can take its place. And us humans really struggle with this. We hold on to old identities, old habits, old fears, even if they no longer protect us, even if they begin to damage us. But your skin teaches you something powerful. Sometimes, the most important part of change is not what you build, but instead, what you allow yourself to shed. Think of a snake. A snake sheds its skin not because something is wrong, but because it has grown. That old skin becomes too tight, too restrictive, too damaging to keep. If a snake never sheds its skin, that skin doesn't protect it anymore. It suffocates it. And us humans are the same. Sometimes we stay in habits, relationships, or beliefs simply because they're familiar. A familiarity can be a form of tightness. It can be a skin that no longer stretches with who we are becoming. And here's the beautiful part. A snake doesn't shed all at once. The old layer begins to loosen, slowly but surely, until one day it peels away quietly. Change through letting go is gentle, not dramatic, not loud. You don't have to throw your life away. You just have to stop gripping to the version of you that no longer fits with who you're about to become. Muscles break to grow stronger. Brains rewire to repetition. Skin sheds to make space. And suddenly, a pattern appears. You don't have to wait to become the person that you want to be. Your body is already built for that journey. One tear, one step, and one new skin at a time. If you understand this, you'll understand something freeing. You were never incapable of changing. You were built for it. So the next time you feel broken, stuck, or unsure of who you're becoming, remember what your body has been trying to teach you all along. Change isn't sudden. It isn't perfect. It isn't painless. But it is natural. And it is already happening inside you. Thank you.